Hi there guys and girls, I just wanted to do a video in response to something that popped up on one of the websites that I frequent, is the Angry Joe Show website, either through angryjoeshow.com or blisteredthumbs.net or thatguywiththeglasses.com. Now, yeah, I hang around these websites, especially That Guy with the Glasses. I really like. There's a lot of different things on there to watch, and it's a very entertaining website. It's very good. Now, when I was going to E3 this year, I found out Angry Joe was actually going to be at E3, and I'd started watching Angry Joe videos this year mainly. I'd seen him before, but I'd never really sat down to watch some of the reviews. But what really caught my eye was when he did a video about Xbox 360 red ringing, and it was hilarious. Like, honestly, I watched that video and I was in tears, like laughing. I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen when he holds up the console and he goes, "Fuck you, Microsoft!" You know, I thought that was one of the funniest things. Like just utter rage, you know.
Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit! Why don't you just work? Work! Fuck you! Fuck you, you don't wanna fucking work! Fuck you! You piece of shit! Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit! Fuck you! Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit! Fuck you, you fucking work! Fucking work, you piece of shit! You fucking piece of shit, you better fucking work! You show me red. You don't show me red. I'll fucking show you red. Fuck you, Microsoft. Fuck you for trying to push out this console too early. Where was the testing? There was no testing. You don't care. You don't care about the people you hurt, do you? No. All you care about is profits. Well, fuck your corporation. Fuck you, corporate.
And yeah, then I watched a few Angry Joe videos and I thought, hey, this guy's really good. He's got a really good show and he does really cool reviews. Yeah, I found out he was going to be at E3, and I was lucky enough, like honestly, I wasn't really looking out for people or anything, but I was lucky enough to bump into Angry Joe, and I got to meet him, and he saw that I had the Mortal Kombat E3 shirt on, and he asked me about Mortal Kombat. We talked for a little while, we took a few photos, and Spoonie was there. I didn't even know Spoonie was going to be there. He just came with Angry Joe, and it was funny because Spoonie loves to talk, you know. He's sort of like me, he can just keep talking and talking. And I spoke to Joe for a while, and I was speaking to Spoonie for ages too, and we were just sort of, they were sort of on their break, and yeah, for like 5-10 minutes we were just chatting. It was really awesome. It was really, Joe and Spoonie were really nice guys. And you could see Joe was really focused when he was at E3 too. He had a lot on his mind because he was, for the stuff that he was doing at the show, I could just tell that maybe interviews had been changed around or something, but he was stressing out a bit, you know. And a person like that is like me, you know. You can tell they want to do a good job, make a really good show, and really represent the people, you know, which is what I do with Mortal Kombat. Anyway, fast forward to a week or two ago, the Video Game Awards were announced, and Angry Joe put up a video saying he wanted to attend the awards and he wanted to get an interview with someone running the awards because he'd done a video last year about how crap some of the segments were. And I got to agree, you know, Best Independent Game fueled by Mountain Dew. You know, a title like that doesn't belong in an award show, honestly. You know, and he wanted to, it's not that he wanted to go down there and start yelling like, "Your show's fucking shit," you know, like, he didn't want to do anything like that. Just because someone's called Angry Joe doesn't mean they're angry all the time. And like, if you ever listened to or watched any angry video game nerd videos where he talks about himself, You know, he's always like, people think I'm going to be angry. Of course not. He's just, that's his character. Angry Video Game Nerd is his character. Angry Joe is his character that he puts into his videos to add a bit of flavour to what he's doing. Like, if something's bad, he'll go, this is shit, or whatever, you know. And it's like with me, you know, I don't really have a character. I'm just TMK. This is me, you know. What you're getting is pretty much me. But, yeah, I've seen, there's some videos. I'll get to them in a minute. So he went down the show, and he didn't want to be angry or mad. He just wanted to, get an interview, and he likes the show, like all the gamers. You know, I don't even get the show here in Australia. I watched, downloaded it. But all the gamers over there, they want to see the show become really good, like a proper awards show, you know, with all categories represented and everything fair. But at the moment, it just seems like, you know, that's crap. That's not happening, you know. When you got a segment that's named after a product like that, you know, it just seemed like just shit, you know. And yeah, so he'd organised to go down and have an interview with one of the executive producers on the show, and he wanted to ask some hard-hitting questions, you know, about improving the show, or like why bringing up these categories, why isn't PC gaming represented, etc. You know, and some really good questions. Now it turns out the guy that he had the interview with was Geoff Keighley. Now I don't know if you guys, you know, you guys must, like, a lot of you would know who Geoff Keighley is when I said that name. He was the guy who hosted that tour down at the Warner Brothers NetherRealm Studios, where they did the whole, you know, Jack's reveal, and they did the tour, and he got in the motion capture suit. When I saw that, I thought, he looks okay, you know. I've never met the guy before. Now, I was invited to Spike to go as media. I could apply as either standard media or red carpet. Obviously, I didn't apply because I'm in Australia, but, you know, if, like, I wanted to, you know, I thought it could be a really awesome thing, and we don't ever get shows like this down in Australia. You know, if I had spare money and spare time, I probably would have gone. And if there was something Mortal Kombat big there, I would have seriously considered going. Yeah, so he was invited. He'd organised an interview, which turns out was with Geoff. And when he got to the show, he was put right at the end of the media queue. Now, I don't know if that's coincidence or not, but I believe that was deliberate. On top of that, he was standing there waiting to do interviews, and he wanted to do a sit-down interview in a calm, relaxed environment, you know, and you know, ask some questions. What he got was basically, he was in the red carpet area, noisy as hell. Every time a celebrity comes in, everyone goes, ah, you know, they make all that fucking noise. And yeah, he's standing there, and basically Geoff Keighley comes running right up to him, beeline, and goes, "You got 2 minutes, go." Like, if that was me, oh man. Like, I know recently, you guys, a lot of you saw my Warner Brothers rant, but even that rant, like, if that had happened to me, the rant I would have put up would have been a lot worse. Like, if I was treated like that, like, even Warner Brothers haven't treated me that bad, like that, face to face, do you know what I mean? You know, the only reason I ranted about Warner Brothers was I just thought some things needed to be fixed, but they've never ever, like, you know, done stuff like that before, like, personally, in my face. You know, they were all pretty much cool at E3 and having fun. But yeah, he ran up to Joe and he went, "You got 2 minutes, go." And Joe didn't say anything. He was just surprised. Started the interview. He got halfway through his first question, or to the end of his first question, and I swear to God, a celebrity walked in. So Geoff Keighley, rather than continue with the interview, just like, with this hideous smile on his face, turned his back on Angry Joe, or Joe, and just like looked at the celebrities. He knew what the fuck he was doing. He didn't want to do the interview because he thought this guy was just going to rip on the show, and just, you know, he didn't like him from the start. You know, he probably found out later that PR had organised an interview, and then he found out who the guy was and thought, oh, this guy, he gave me shit last year on my show, you know, F him. So I think it was his plan to just come out and make Angry Joe look bad and just treat him like shit, you know. And honestly, that's fucked. That is really fucked. Joe flew out from Texas to LA to do this, to cover this show. You know, he took time and money to do it. And you know, if you were the executive producer on a show, like, how unprofessional is it for you to do that? You can't give someone 2 lousy minutes and remain focused. Instead, you use those 2 minutes and cut that half in time by looking off at some stupid celebrity and smiling and shit. You know? I could not believe how rude that was. Disgustingly rude. Like I said, I met Angry Joe. I honestly spoke to Angry Joe for 5-10 minutes. It's not like, you know, we're big friends or anything. I'm not doing this as a favour or anything. I like his show. I like his videos. I've watched a lot of them lately. And I saw that and I thought that was hideous. It's time, you know, things like this in the industry really upset me a lot. Joe's like me in the regard that he wants to represent the people as someone, you know, as a cool person who does the right thing by the gaming community. You know, he's got real passion for games. Me, I've got genuine passion for Mortal Kombat. He's got genuine passion for games. If he doesn't like something, he'll say something. Like me, I'll balls up and say something, even though other people don't. They keep their mouth shut. You know, that's up to them though. That's their choice. You know, but he's like me in that regard, that he has a true passion for gaming. And all he wanted to do was get an interview and ask some very fair questions to this executive producer of this show. And instead he got this fucking clown coming across smiling, like fucking looking around the place, ignoring him, and then like trying to he ripped on him. He ripped on Joe. He put Joe on the spot, put him, like Joe said, put him on his back foot from the start by saying, you got 2 minutes, go. You know, that's a trick that a lot of PR people do, you know. If they don't like you or they just want to push you aside, they'll do shit like that. They'll go, oh yeah, you know, just start, go, like that, you know. And they do it to just fuck you up. And there's been videos in reply to this, other than mine, where people have said, oh, you know, Joe, you should have not, you know, when he called you out on Final Fantasy, you should have just replied. Those people don't know. When you're there in real life and someone's in your face giving you shit like that, and you're just there trying to represent the show or just get a really fair interview, it's not like Joe came in going, fuck VGA, you know. He came in really nice, you know. And when you got someone like that coming in your face, it fucking throws you off. And anyone will tell you, anyone who's been in this situation will tell you, it doesn't matter what people say, you will get thrown off. You'll fuck something up, forget something, whatever. You know what? I'd actually send a message to Geoff Keighley the day before seeing this video, saying, hey, the VGAs were a bit better this year, you know, thanks for inviting me. And then I saw this video and I'm like, what a, just a fucking horrible thing to do to someone. It's not like Angry Joe is some big reporter, you know. He's got a community, a gaming community, which is building up quite nicely. But these other reporters who get invited to these shows, these print media, TV, radio, whoever, these people, they get invited and they get paid for, it gets paid for. Their publication pays for it, you know. I'm not saying Joe doesn't make money from his side or anything, but, you know, he's not on the level that other PR are on. That's for sure. Like me, you know. I've barely got 10,000 fans on YouTube, and I flew from Australia to America to promote the Warner Brothers title Mortal Kombat. I'm not going to go there. Anyway. So, when I saw this, I knew exactly how Joe felt. Because I've been in that in that position that he's in. When he was that angry and pissed off, you know, I've been like that before. I'm not going to say when or where, but I've been like that before. And you just feel so bad, you know, when you have high hopes to do something good. And that Geoff Keighley guy should be ashamed of himself. He calls himself the executive producer on the show, comes out, turns his back during an interview, and just rips on this guy who hasn't done anything wrong, other than say the segments last year were crap. Best independent game fueled by Mountain Dew. I gotta agree, that's fucking shit. What a shit category, you know. And Joe brought up some really. If you watch the whole video, he brought up the whole thing about how there's a music category and a soundtrack category, and they're sort of the same thing, like Rock Band and Guitar Hero win both. It's just, it needs to be sorted. And like, as watching a video game show, the way I think it should be done is I think everything should be categorized. I think there should be, honestly, I would take that show and I would make it longer. If you make it longer, you can make more money from sponsors anyway. You know, I would make that show longer, and I'd have a mobile gaming category. So DS, PSP, and mobile phones. Then I would have Xbox category, PS3 category, PC category. Then I'd maybe even have a motion gaming category or something, you know. And then in each of those categories, I'd have subcategories. Game of the year. You know, best music or whatever, best soundtrack. And I would make sure if I had best music and best score, they would be music would be song games, and soundtrack would be games with like scored like Assassin's Creed. That's the way I'd do things. Now I really like the idea of the Video Game Awards. I think it's awesome, and pretty much everyone out there will agree that Red Dead deserved to win Game of the Year. Even though I thought maybe Assassin's Creed Brotherhood had a shot at it. And I like Red Dead, but apparently I've been told the ending is just fucking off the wall. I haven't clocked it yet. I'm only like halfway. But yeah, it's a very slow game for me, so I haven't been playing it a lot. But the reason I wanted to do this video is to say that I support Joe 110%. That sort of behaviour is not on. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are, I don't know, who? God. If you were God, would that give you the right to come down and treat people badly? I'm not saying Geoff Keighley's God, he's not. All I'm saying is someone who is on a higher level or higher up the ladder coming down and just treating someone that badly is not on. You know, and he even when they were doing, sorry, I'm a bit tired. When they were doing the press conference room interview and Geoff came out and he was at the podium, I remember he said something to Joe, gave him shit, and it was like, yeah, like that, like he ripped him real good. And then like some of these other press people were like, yeah, you know, like he was like Geoff Keighley's awesome for ripping on this guy. You know, just because someone's called Angry Joe doesn't mean if you rip on him like you're awesome. You know, in fact, I think that's just really that's just unprofessional. Like, if anything, you know, you made yourself look like such an idiot. Like, I've seen so many other people out there compose themselves with a lot more respect than you did. Someone like you should not be running the Video Game Awards. That's the bottom line. If you're going to treat people like that, you don't deserve to be in this industry doing what you do. I know this has been a lengthy video, again. But I had to do it because honestly, I sat there and watched that video and I just agreed with Joe 110%. Like I said, I've been in that exact position, you know, and you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, and you just, no matter what you do, you know, you try your best and you get treated like shit, you know, and I really hope Angry Joe is doing some email comments or something. I'm sure Geoff will give really crappy, mundane answers because you can't, you know, you won't be able to see his annoying ass smile on email. So he'll try and be real clever in his email, like, you should check the website more often. You know, the whole thing was so bad, so bad. Yeah, you know, if I had the power and resources, after seeing a video like that, if I had the money and the power and the resources, I'd make my own video game show. That's what I'd do to destroy that piece of shit. Just to destroy Geoff Keighley. That's what I'd do. And like I said, I've never even met Geoff Keighley. I don't, you know, until now I had no bone to pick with him. But when I see someone being treated that badly, like that, I don't want to know him at all. I don't ever want to meet him. And I hope I don't ever see him in NetherRealm Studios again either. Because someone like that does not deserve exclusivity on shit like that. You know, if he's going to treat people like that, fuck him. This has been another TMK, I guess you could say, rant. I don't know, this isn't really a rant. It's more, you know, I support Joe. And I think it's really bad what happened to him at the Video Game Awards. And Spike TV and Geoff Keighley should be ashamed of themselves. Get your act together, guys.